Hello everybody, John Joker 12 back here again with another video. And today is going to be like a general update compared to my previous video. And if you remember, my last Dragon Ball Z video was practically just about me talking about a US release of Battle of Gods. And it was a requested video, and usually I don't get or do requested videos, but it was interesting and I don't know, I just felt like doing it. But the problem with it was the response I got after uploading it. Because usually when I upload one of these types of videos, I generally already expect that I already know that I'm going to get some sort of response by it. And usually with my videos, the response is usually 50-50, or, you know, most of you guys like it, which is a good thing. But my last one, nobody seems to like for some reason. Even though it's my personal thoughts on if we're going to get a release up here in the US. So, I don't know why the fuck no one gave a shit or didn't like it. But the good thing about the previous video that I made is that there's a specific point that I made in it that kind of fucking proves my point. And also, I'm sorry if I sound weird. It's because I'm kind of sick. But I'm going to do this now because I don't want to wait and then I'm too lazy to fucking do this video. But if you remember correctly, if you had watched my previous video, I stated, this is the fucking gist of it. I don't exactly know what I said word for word. But I said from the previous one that if Funimation didn't take their head out of their ass and fucking get their hands on the fucking film, dubbed it, and released it now, instead of waiting until later on when they can get it because of Fox or whatever the fuck, then the only thing that's going to happen is the film is just going to get downloaded, it's going to be uploaded to the internet for free, and everybody's just going to watch it for free with subtitles. So that's, no one's just going to give a fuck about what the fuck Funimation has to say about it. And if you go on the internet right now and look up Battle of Gods, then you would already fucking know that the film's been uploaded fully for free with subtitles. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that I encourage illegal downloading, nor do I encourage any Dragon Ball Z fan to like forget Funimation and purchase their content with future Dragon Ball Z stuff. It just proves my point that with the more time that they've spent fucking around, because the movie came out in March, right? And right now we're September, about to enter October. It's like, now that you have to work with Fox, I kind of get that, but at the same time, it's like, why am I going to pay if I already have it for free? I mean, I'm not saying me personally that I'm not going to pay. It's just that, for right now, if I can't get Funimation to dub it right now and have like a Blu-ray of it, then I'm just going to fucking have this free version so I can at least watch it whenever I want, you know? But that aside, I guess I'll get you updated on like the current status, and then I'll give you like what my personal thoughts. Currently, let's see where the. Currently, as I stated before, obviously it's left Japan. Japan doesn't have it anymore. It went to the Philippines, Hong Kong, and then like it would eventually go to Central America, which it has already. It's already been dubbed in Spanish and in Portuguese and Chinese. So, but now it's in South America, and currently I have the release dates for it right now. Right now is the 24th as I'm recording this, so I'm just gonna. The 26th, it's gonna hit Peru, Argentina, Dominican Republic, and then the next day, 27th, Mexico. And then on October 3rd, Chile, Costa Rica. October 4th, Colombia and Salvador. October 10th, you know, and so on, for the rest of South America. And that kind of ends right there. And then if you look forward, if you continue to research a U.S. release date with this, basically that after it hits these countries, it's going to go down to the outback for some reason. It's going to go to Australia during November and December. And that's kind of weird. I know it's going to be like 2014 from, I don't know. It depends. But I don't know if it's true yet. Because if it's in South America already, why doesn't it just come over here? Like after that. But for some reason, it says Australia. And if I remember correctly, when did fucking Australia learn a different language? I don't know. I'm probably talking out of my ass here. But it just kind of made me think for a second when I heard this the other day. But this is probably after it hits us, you know? I don't know. I don't know if Australia has their own dubbing team of actors that they dub usual anime. I don't know if Funimation just sends them their shit too. I don't know. But personally, seeing as how I've already said these release dates, that it's hitting everywhere in South America currently for the rest of this month and October, it's possible that after South America, because it's already hit Mexico, it'll probably just come to us too. But at the same time, do you really see that happening with Funimation, the way they've been doing things currently? Because I don't know currently any updates on the actual actors dubbing anything, because like Dragon Ball Z Kai is a good example of this. Like, we know they're gonna do Buu Saga. We already know that. Like, it's not a canceled thing. It's not like they're not gonna do it. They're gonna do a fucking Buu Saga for Kai. But if I remember, Chris Sabat previously, like, this was a while ago, so I don't know the current status of Kai, but a while ago in an interview he said that he doesn't know technically when an actual dubbing process is going to happen, because of their new process with making the episodes. What they do is that they rewrite the entire show, and then they have to pay to bring all the actors they want in to Texas, because obviously with the Buu Saga introduces new characters, and those new characters of actors live in fucking California and wherever you. But Funimation dubs in Texas, so he was saying that it will be kind of complicated to get their actors, the ones they want, the ones they need to come in Texas, you know, for a certain amount of money. So if it's taken this long to dub something that we previously already seen plenty of times, then it'll probably be hard as fuck to get this new film up. Regardless of how anybody feels, because I mean, they haven't even done the specials or anything, like the Goku and Friends Return, Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans, all that fucking shit. All of it's still in Japanese. All of it's still in Japanese. Everything is Japanese still. But hopefully with Battle of Gods, I know Funimation stated that they don't intend or see it happening until 2014, but 2014 is coming pretty soon. We're at September. Sooner or later it's going to be December, and then January. And what the fuck? We don't have shit. I want to fucking have the Blu-ray of this shit already. It's not to get pissed off at Funimation, but at the same time, it's like they have the power to give me a dubbed version of this. I can't really say anything other than that. But as I stated before, based on the release dates, it's already hit Mexico, so it's hitting all of South America, and it's going to continue to do that all through this month in October. November, maybe we'll see something. I don't know if there's going to be any fuckery going around, but hopefully in between South America and whatever fucking country they have planned next. America is next, you know, because it'll It'll kind of piss me off if like another country or continent that speaks English, doesn't speak another language, gets it before me. It just, like Australia, that whole thing, it just fucking pissed me off. But other than that, that aside, my personal thoughts, that's pretty much it. Chris Sabat did say that. I don't know if, like, the process of Kai is going to happen with Battle of Gods. And that's another thing I wonder. Like, if they're going to do the same thing that they did with Kai, because Funimation's new process with making Dragon Ball Z content is to completely rewrite everything to make it more canon and make it more like the manga, so it's like you're getting just an animated form of the manga, like with zero filler and all that shit. The problem with that is that are they going to do that with Battle of Gods as well? Like, are they going to do the same process they do with Kai, but just do it with Battle of Gods, and that's like the new way they just do? Because I did watch the film. I have watched it fully. And to tell you the truth, I love it. The film is great. Like, if anybody has seen it, then they're not fucking giving you lies. The film is pretty awesome. The problem with it is that there's certain things that I didn't like. Like, even though it's very nostalgic for me to watch the film, and even though it's very epic in its own way, there are a few things that are wrong with it. For instance, fucking the music problem. I don't know if anybody else has stated this before, but the music in Battle of Gods is good. The soundtrack that they created is good. If you go on YouTube right now and type in Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods soundtrack, the soundtrack is pretty awesome. Everything that's been composed for the film is good. The only problem is I don't think the director kind of utilized, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but used the fucking the music correctly with the film. Because when I was watching this, I wanted to, like, watch it, like, if I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z before, I wanted to respect it as its own personal film, you know, because usually the rest of Dragon Ball Z films are kind of, like, fun and games and not really a part of the legacy, as you were say, the series, but this one is, so I wanted to respect it as its own thing. But the music, I think there's only one perfect scene. If you watch the film, there's only like really one good scene where the music is really well used during what's happening in the film, which is the part where Goku faces off against Bills as a Super Saiyan God. Their second fight. And I mean, like, there's no, I don't have a problem with that. It's just, personally, I would have hoped that the music that I heard previously would have been used more. But, that aside, like, any other problems I had, I guess I'll just give my personal thoughts on watching the film, you know, because I've already done that. Personally, my problems with it is, besides the music thing, the next thing that kind of bothered me about the film was kind of the dialogue. Like, I don't want to give Akira Toriyama shit, but, like, he had a lot of involvement, and he had a lot of involvement in the writing and of the story. But the dialogue is kind of weird. Like, I did watch it with English subtitles, so just a sec. I did watch it with English subtitles, so I don't know who technically made those subtitles, you know, because the whole time I'm watching the film, it's great. You know, it's great quality. It's not bootleg. It's not some shitty ass, like, home video movie theater crappy shit that we've seen before. It's really good, high quality. It's like the best version you're gonna get so far. But the subtitles are weird. Like, I don't know if if you watch the movie, it's kind of like if a fan wrote the subtitles. It's like a fan just wrote everything. Because the whole fucking film just sounds weird with the subtitles. I guess it's because, you know, it's hard to translate Japanese to English unless it's like for word. but it just sounded weird. Like, I don't know if Akira doesn't know like how to write dialogue for film. I don't know if it's kind of like he lost his touch, but the dialogue was kind of weird for certain characters to say, unless it's only spoken in Japanese. If I don't understand it, it sounds good. If I read it and I see that what they're really fucking saying, then it makes zero sense to me as like a film buff and a movie goer. It kind of doesn't make sense to me. I guess it's because it's Japanese humor and the whole film is basically a comedy. If you watch the movie, it's basically a comedy. You're getting more of a comedy than an epic like return of your favorite characters, basically. Which is not a terrible thing, but it's definitely a lot more different than I expected. I expected a lot more epicness, and what I got was a lot more comedy. Nothing bad with comedy, it's the complete opposite of what I wanted. Not to say that Battle of Gods was completely terrible. Battle of Gods is an amazing film. The effects, the animation that they created for this film is amazing. It's even better than Path to Power, their last DB Dragon Ball series project that they did. It beats that out of the water with the animation. I thought it was ingenious that they would choose to take our characters in a two-dimensional sense, but put them in a three-dimensional model, which I thought it was ingenious. It's like you're getting the best quality that you could ever get in a Dragon Ball Z series ever. It's kind of like taking the universe of Dragon Ball Z that we've liked and seen before and just giving it more depth and giving it more realism that we don't really see. Like the scene where they enter Bill's temple, you're going right through the universe, and the universe doesn't. It's not like you've seen in the series where it's just long, long miles of blackness and just dots of stars and maybe a planet, in the distance. There's lots of things going on in the universe, as we all know, in our solar system. It's not just stars and blackness and zero gravity. There's a lot of shit going on. I don't really want to technically spoil it for you guys. I don't want to tell you everything about the film. Even though I did state in one of my prior DBZ videos that I would do a review when I watched the film fully, and I have already, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to do that yet. I know for lots of people have already done reviews on YouTube right now. You can check them out, but at the same time, I don't want to do a review and I don't do the Japan justice. I don't want to butcher the whole thing with my misreadings or whatever the fuck. I just can't do the Japanese justice. So I'm just gonna wait until Funimation does their dubbed version, and when I watch their dubbed version, then I'll give my official review of the film. But seeing as how I've already given you an update on the current status, I guess I'll give you some things that I liked about the film. First off, Vegeta is the complete opposite of what we've seen before. We knew that he was gonna do a lot of crazy things, but I really thought that they kind of did him justice for once, because even though he does a lot of comedic things in this, it's kind of like the Vegeta that we always wanted. It's kind of like he's already he's the Prince of all Saiyans, but he's fucking, he's one of us now, and he's kind of shown that, even though it's out of fear. It's still good to see him do these type of things. Another thing I liked was the Pilaf game. When I heard that they were going to be in this movie, I thought it was fucking retarded that Akira Toriyama was going to do so many fucking comedic things. There's so many fucking comedic things. Why do we need all this comedy in something that we haven't seen in over almost 20 years? But he put the Pilaf gang. And if you remember correctly, they were featured in Dragon Ball. They were the main villains of Dragon Ball with Goku and Bulma and Oolong and Yamcha. But to tell you the truth, after watching their bits in this fucking film, It's probably hands down the funniest thing in the entire film, to me personally. I don't know about anybody else, but I gotta say the truth. Personally, Pilaf Gang, all their scenes are hysterical. There's not one scene that I thought was gonna be good, but everything I saw with them in it is fucking amazing. Like, their introduction, their dialogue, their monologues, the animation. Every aspect of the Pilaf Gang is fucking hysterical and good, and it fits in the fucking scenes. Like, if you watch this and you don't laugh out loud at any of the fucking things that they say, like Emperor Pilaf say, or Mai, or that fucking little ninja, coyote dog thing, I don't know what the fuck, I forgot his name. Then you need to fuck off, because it's the funniest thing in the whole movie. Like, that's the only thing that I personally got from the film, that it is a comedy. But overall, besides the whole Pilaf Gang, everything else, every other aspect I liked. The only problems I had is what I stated, the music and the dialogue, and that's pretty much it. Overall, the story was great. I hope Akira Toriyama decides to do something in the future, because seeing as how they did this and they've created new characters, I'm pretty sure there's room, some wiggle room for new shit. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But personally, all I can say is I hope I can see the movies in English soon. I don't want to wait until late 2014. If it comes out in January, I'll be happy, If it doesn't, then fuck it. But I guess that's going to be it for now. This is my general update from my previous video, because I just wanted to keep you guys informed, basically. And also, I like to prove my point with the fucking naysayers. I like to bitch slap some bitches. It sounds wrong when I say it, but the point is the point, that I was proven right for once. And all I can say is Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods was amazing. That's all I can say. It was amazing, and if you can see it now, check it out. And hopefully, when we get a Blu-ray or DVD version of it that's in English here in America, I hope everybody gets it. And when I hear anything new, I'll keep you guys informed, whoever watches this. And I thank you for watching. Other than my ramblings and my stupidness and my, non-logic. So I thank you for watching this video. And thank you. Bye.